Hi, I'm JB Jones,
And I'm Bella Naiman.
and we're the co-founders of NYC Jewelry Week. We are excited to welcome you to our 6th year New York City Jewelry Week 2023.
Welcome to our virtual talks program. On our YouTube channel, you'll get to enjoy incredible content that we've put together for you with the theme of iconography, looking at the past, present, and future of jewelry.
You can see the full schedule on our website at nycjewelryweek.com, and we invite you to explore all the programs there. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Aleksandra Atanasovski. I live in Ljubljana. This is the capital of Slovenia. I started doing jewelry in my high school, a little bit for fun, a little bit for school, and then afterwards I went to study painting in Milano, Accademia of Belle Arti in Brera. I graduated there. I didn't do jewelry until I gave birth to my daughter. The time of great change and everything, I came back to jewelry world because I felt I have to do something I love for a living, and this is where I found myself. Here in Ljubljana, we have a studio, Eho Studio for contemporary jewelry. This is the place. We run it together with my friend and colleague Maja Licul. We have our workbenches here and sell our work, but we also invite other artists to exhibit their work. I guess concepts, innovations, techniques and craftsmanship are all very important in jewelry making. I really like making jewelry and having this interaction with people who come and buy my work. Mainly because many times or sometimes people come, they see my jewelry and they describe it with the same words that I was thinking of it. Something that I like the most is when I see that somebody has linked the message of my jewelry piece to their life experience. When this happens, I feel so glad. That piece becomes timeless, so special to me and obviously also for them. It is like when you meet with somebody and you actually understand and hear what they are saying. This does not happen so often, and because I think we usually talk to ourselves. In Slovenia we had 2 jewelry weeks until now, and I hope there will be many more.
Hi, I'm Gadzijev. I'm coming actually from textile design background, and I make printed textile objects and also make my own patterns and motifs for printing on textiles. And since 2019 I'm working in the field of so-called mini textiles with textile jewelry as the main medium. Well, I've always loved to draw the small details from nature, the environment that inspired me. So yeah, living near the forest, I have always been inspired by nature and also folklore and storytelling, because my grandma, she used to make up stories and she was telling me that was really big influence. When you grow up, also the real life stories become, inspiration, along with art, with music, with movies, and of course, along with all, contemporary lifestyle of the modern world we live in. I'm proud of knowing how to work hard, and also proud of having the gift to draw, to design. And also I'm proud of my knowledge, through my life that I gained, and also the faculty, the schools that gave me the knowledge of textile art, design and craft. I also design home accessories and textile designer toys, and I teach students at my formal faculty. I teach them textile design. I see bright future because with the Slovenian Jewelry Week, the things started to evolve. Jewelry designers started to, emerge from their individual and specific environments, and they started to know each other and connect. And with Slovenian Jewelry Week, the jewelry design finally got its place on the map of creative industries. For me, it means the yearly opportunity to make the best of jewelry design, to connect with all the people, the visitors, to show the quality of our work in so much variety, that is seen through craftsmanship and the story concepts. Looking from my home perspective in Slovenia, I think the problem is people don't know about good quality Slovenian jewelry design, and they don't know so much the artists, that can offer them the piece of jewelry that is actually wearable art that you can relate to with all the stories that it can tell. And there is also no, for now, design faculty or school for jewelry design. I'm originally a textile designer, so I'm thinking of jewelry as something light and soft. And I also like the idea of this object being versatile. It can be a necklace, it can be a brooch, or it can be just a wall decoration. So it's a personal item regardless the age, the trends, the gender. And in my work I like to combine both the manual and digital design techniques, and I like to explore how pattern works on particular textile form, how it moves around the particular 3D object, how it fits into the seam, and how it can visually change the image of the form.
First I'm gonna show you my workshop. It's beautiful. I work here most of the time. My jewelry roots here. Well, I'm a painter, and first I worked as a contemporary artist. And what I didn't like, what I missed there, was actually that we kind of lost a contact with the real world, because we started to work for a system of contemporary art. And what I found at that moment, what I found great about the jewelry was that you were able to work for a human being, not for a system. Directly for a human being. And we can even go beyond that, and we can say that jewelry is a kind of bi-component action where it needs two factors to fulfill its mission. One is a piece of jewelry, and the other one is the human being who's wearing it. And that's the moment where the piece of jewelry should reach his full potential, not before. And that's a moment where your mind start to work with your sight and with your emotions, and you start to see deeper behind the visual. And if you're lucky, some little truths are showed to you, and then I catch it. I use those truths, little truths, and I translate it into my jewelry. And speaking of the moment of switching to another level of thoughts, I can experience that. I trained myself to experience that, but the biggest pleasure for me is to have a customer in my office, in my gallery, and you can see that experience in their minds as well. And I love the idea that the jewelry is coming from the environment where things are precious and maybe even expensive. And you can play with that, with the values. You can play with the values, and you can find the value of completely unvaluable materials. And you point out that the values hides in some unmaterial stuff, in the center, in the thoughts, and in the ideas, and in the minds of ours.
I'm Martina, Lončar, a Slovenian jewelry designer from Ljubljana. How did I get into jewelry design? It was a long time ago. I was 14 years old and I lost a dear gift, an earring from a friend of mine, and I felt an urge to make a new one. and since then I've never stopped. Usually I start every project first with an idea. I attach to it a form, a shape, and then considering the idea and the shape that interests me, I find the most appropriate technique to realize it. Being an art historian helps me. I find a lot of inspiration in art history, just somewhere hidden deep down in myself. Also, I love nature. I like long walks in the woods, and that's where I can gather my thoughts and get some fresh new ideas. I don't find any problem with it. I like jewelry design today. I like the fact that there's a lot of competition. So you mustn't be left behind. So I think if you keep studying, if you keep evolving, if you keep doing research, whether in the themes that you're interested, whether in new techniques, I don't think that's a problem. I think there's a good solution to it. I'm a pretty humble person and timid person, and I don't like to brag. But with time, what I like about my work, I do one-of-a-kind pieces that gives me joy, and they fulfill me. But I do have a commercial line, and I'm able to say that I'm quite successful, and luckily people like it. So yes, the fact that I can live just by making jewelry, that makes me proud of myself. Jewelry making out of any material is my passion. So whether it's from candy wraps or of gold or precious stones or just glass, I love jewelry. Wearable and not wearable, and commercial and a bit less commercial. So I think Slovenian Jewelry Week is a very important event that's going to shake up a bit Slovenia and whole attitude to handmade craftsmanship jewelry and handmade tradition in a good way, in a positive way, and definitely people will become more aware that we do exist, and there's another reality that was unknown for such a long time here in Slovenia, unfortunately.
Moji kosi nakita so pričeli nastajati precej nepričakovano oziroma nenačrtovano, ker sem v svojih projektih pretežno aktivna na področju tekstilnega in produktnega oblikovanja, in sicer izdelkov za dom. Potem pa me je pred nekaj leti na sejmu na Dunaju nagovorila kustosinja Dunajske galerije in me je povabila, da na osnovi teh svojih namiznih vezenih izdelkov oblikujem kolekcijo nakita in ga predstavim v njeni galeriji. In tako sem imela eno leto kasneje svojo prvo predstavitev, samostojno predstavitev nakita. Rojena sem v Ljubljani, kjer sem tudi diplomirala na Naravoslovno-tehniški fakulteti na smeri oblikovanja tekstil in oblačil. Opravila sem nekaj podiplomskih izobraževanj v Firencah in v Kopenhagnu, pretežno s področja oblikovanja pletenin. Kot tekstilna oblikovalka sem na nek način zavezana oziroma predana tekstilu, ki ga vključujem v svoje izdelke. Blizu so mi ročna dela, raziskujem kulturo do it yourself. V zadnjih letih v izdelkih prevladuje ročna vezenina, ki jo kombiniram z lesom, pa tudi z drugimi materiali. V likovnem smislu pa mi je večni navdih narava, predvsem na primer mikroskopske slike celic, tudi organizmov, morskih organizmov, neki naravni procesi, kroženja v naravi in podobno. Pri vseh samostojnih projektih me je vedno vodilo vprašanje, ali oziroma koliko smo v današnjem času, ki je prežet s potrošnjo, s hitro izdelavo, z masovnimi izdelki, ljudje še sposobni ceniti izdelke. Ali se zavedamo dela, ki je zadaj, ali se zavedamo količine vloženih ur, ki so potrebne za izdelavo česarkoli že, pa ne gre za unikatni ali serijski izdelek. Tako me pri oblikovanju delno vodi to vprašanje oziroma želja, da bi preko izdelka uporabnik dobil priložnost, da ponovno ovrednoti svoj odnos do dela oziroma izdelkov na splošno, s tem pa tudi do potrošnje. In moje izkušnje kažejo, da se uporabnik takrat, ko mora v izdelek vložiti nekaj svojega dela oziroma svoje lastne kreativnosti, z izdelkom poveže na poseben, na drugačen način in mu ta pomeni nekaj več. Na kaj sem najbolj ponosna? Težko rečem, bi rekla, da sem ponosna na svojo vztrajnost, potrpežljivost, upam, da neko notranjo moč, pogum, da v današnjem času in po toliko letih še vedno aktivno vztrajam, aktivno delujem kot samostojna oblikovalka. Se mi zdi, da je preživeti in obstati v polju oblikovanja kot neodvisen produktni oblikovalec uspeh že sam po sebi in to velja za vse nas.
Sem Martina Obid Mlakar, oblikovalka in restavratorka. Tako pri svojem delu kot v svojem življenju iščem lepoto. Lepoto v obliki, misli, potezi in odnosu. Verjamem, da je lepota preprosta, tako zelo, da jo lahko prepozna in čuti vsakdo. Pri delu jo vidim v usklajenosti misli, oblike in kvalitetni izdelavi. Študirala sem na Akademiji za likovno umetnost in oblikovanje v Ljubljani. Med študijem sem stopila tudi v zlatarsko in restavratorsko delavnico in tam se naučila tega rokodelstva. Tam se je zgodila tudi ta usodna ljubezen. Zaljubila sem se v kovino. A ne delam in oblikujem samo s kovino, emajlom in dragulji. Zanima me pravzaprav vsak material, ki me nagovori za eleganco. Lahko je to steklo, les, papir, tekstil ali najden predmet. Raziskujem tudi na področju kiparstva, grafike in videa. Ko vzamem v roke orodje, se vse v meni umiri. In najlepši so prav trenutki, ko delo postane meditacija in jaz sama orodje neke ideje. Rada razmišljam o tem, kdo nosi nakit, kako ga nosi in kaj mu ta nakit predstavlja. Ampak ni nujno potrebno, da je to kdo. Lahko je to tudi predmet ali prostor. Lahko rečem, da je moja inspiracija življenje samo. To so pogovori s prijatelji, to so soočanja z vsakdanjim življenjem, moji sprehodi v naravi. Ustvarjalnost drugih oblikovalcev me veseli in spodbuja. Verjamem v sodelovanje, ker lahko ustvari boljše, kvalitetnejše in hitrejše rešitve. Slovenian Jewelry Week predstavlja oblikovalce nakita. Upam, da mu uspe uvrstiti nakit v galerijske in muzejske zbirke kot umetniški izraz sodobnega časa. Yes! To je to. Boljš ne bo šlo.
I'm from Slovenia. I'm from the capital, Ljubljana, where I also have a small shop. And I was studying at the Academy of Fine Arts and Design in Ljubljana. I was studying glass and ceramics because it was the most similar thing to jewelry. But then after this 3-year study, I also did the master's on industrial design. So my approach to jewelry design is quite traditional. I use silver, gold and real gemstones, and I use traditional jewelry techniques like chasing, repousse, the lost wax technique, and I combine all these techniques to make really different textures that I'm so much inspired by natural textures. And of course all the gemstones that I use, like they determine the ending shape and the outcome. So my approach is influenced a lot by history. The historic jewelry that I see, like the ancients wore, especially the Romans, the Greeks, or the Art Nouveau movement. I really love those shapes, like how they merged everything with nature. And also fantasy books like J.R.R. Tolkien and other fantasy worlds. Well, I love jewelry design since I was a kid, really. I would make jewelry from beads, from wire, from everything I would get my hands on. So it was like a logical path for me to just pursue this jewelry making career, which was like really complicated where I'm from because like we don't have jewelry schools. So I needed to find an internship, so a mentor, somebody who would teach me this, and I did. I found a German, Slovenian jewelry designer, Christoph Schneider-Porenta, and he would teach me then for 4 years. And he taught me all these traditional jewelry techniques that I now use in my designs. So I'm really proud that I developed a style that people recognize now as my work. So very heavy on the texture, very influenced by nature. And I love it when I see my jewelry on people, that they wear with pleasure, that they express themselves with my pieces. That I'm so proud when I see that. So the future of jewelry design in Slovenia, I think, is really bright. I think I see a lot of young people are really interested in making jewelry. So even though we don't have schools, people are looking like to find their own path, to find like knowledge, and also I see some things happening at these educational levels. So I do think it's going to develop more and more, and I'm really confident about that. I love how Slovenian Jewelry Week just brings us all together, how it brings the jewelry into the public, and what it means also to us that we get to know each other. It was only a second year, but now I see it's going to be so important, and I appreciate it so much.
Hi, my name is Dalija Sega, and I'm by education academic sculptor, and I'm a contemporary jewelry designer. I have graduated in Slovenia, in Ljubljana, at Academy of Fine Art in sculpturing. Then, after my graduation, a friend that was fashion designer, Matteo Benedetti, asked me if I would make a big piece of jewelry for one fashion exhibition, and that was the moment when I started working with jewelry. And I asked a jewelry designer to show me some basic stuff about designing jewelry, and then it all went very quickly for me, because I discovered that it is a similar technique to sculpturing, and that I can start telling stories that I wanted to tell through jewelry and not through big sculptures. I think that my style is different because it comes from sculptor's point of view. I am not limited, if I could say that, by jewelry's approach. My design is very raw. It has organic form. It has no rules and no laws, so I can express myself very freely and openly. And I use a lot of modulation, so I don't worry about how it should look in the end and what are the rules of how it should look. I find my inspiration in poetry, in songs, in books, in people around me, and in relationships mostly. As a jewelry designer, I'm proud of my skills in modellation that I can use also in jewelry, and that I have eyes for details, that I see details in nature, that I see details that many people just go by and don't notice it, and that I make it noticeable, and that I make people see little things. I like working with chainsaw, on wood, on ice. I like modeling, any modellation. As a sculptor and an artist, I value most or more the concept and then the outcome. Did you manage to make people feel the concept that you had in the beginning in your finished piece? Of course, there is also a process that is interesting, but I'm interested in more in the concept. And I think the jewelry, future of jewelry in Slovenia just really begun.
Huberto zgleda, umetnik, ustvarjalec in pripovedovalec zgodb. Radovednost nas je tokrat popeljala v njegovo galerijo. Ropotarnica, kot jo imenuje sam, je prostor, kjer vihti s kladivom in svojo ustvarjalnostjo na kitu vdahne unikatno zgodbo. In kakšne zgodbe pričakajo obiskovalce njegove ropotarnice?
Predvsem zgodbe, ki se jih oni tudi želijo. Torej, zgodbe, v katerih pripovedujem, morajo biti take, da so tudi del njihovih svetov. Kajti svetov si ne moramo deliti, če nimamo podobnih razmišljanj. In to je ta svoboda, ki jo lahko vzpostavim. Moja tehnika, ki jo zelo rad delam, so tehnike kovanja. Torej, stik kladiva in železa je za mene magija. In pravzaprav najbolj čarobno je to, da je to tehnika, ki je stara že več kot 6000 let, in kot velikokrat omenjam, jaz jo poskušam oživeti in seveda dodati neko novo prvino.
Odkje pa pravzaprav vir navdiha in idej?
Tako kot vedno, moj vir navdiha je moj bled. Jaz sem zaljubljen v bled, imel sem možnost bivanja v Parizu, v Londonu, na koncu sem končal na bledu in vse, kar vem, vse, kar razmišljam, vse, kar zgradim za mojo prihodnost, je povezano z bledom. Pripovedujem pa predvsem o stvarih, ki se me dotaknejo. Tako kot zadnje čase delam na DNK-ju in pravzaprav vidimo posege v DNK in v teh stvarih se je treba spraševati. Velikokrat se sprašujemo o tem, odkot prihajam, in zato so te moje maternice, iz katerih črpam že leta in leta navdih. Torej, vse, kar videvam, potem poskušam skozi neko moje razmišljanje podoživeti in potem nekako spraviti v materijo.
Huberto je prejemnik mnogih nagrad na njegovem področju. Prejšnji mesec pa je na Slovenskem tednu nakita prejel nagrado za posebne dosežke na področju oblikovanja.
Pravzaprav sem bil izredno počaščen. Nagrada, ki je prišla iz stanovskih kolegov, nagrada, ki je bila soudeležena tudi Zlatarna Celje, ki je za nas oblikovalce izredno pomembna, predvsem pa govori o tem, pravzaprav o mojem načinu delovanja. Jaz že mnogo let delujem in skozi moje delo poskušam kot ponavadi govoriti o tem svetu, je pa istočasno, da vse to prenašam na mlajše generacije. In ta prenos in to seznanjanje mlade generacije s temi novimi zgodbami je tudi za mene neka vrsta nagrade. Zelo rad poudarjam, mentorstvo je za mene ta trenutek eno najbolj pomembnih poslanstv, ki jih imam jaz do sveta okoli mene. Kar se tiče skrivnosti, skrivnosti so zato, da jih razkrivamo. In ko jih razkrivamo, jih mladi dobivajo. Seveda povzamejo to, kar njim odgovarja, ampak skozi tisto, kar ostane tudi preteklost. ker mene je učil moj mojster, mojega mojstra učil drug mojster in tako pripovedujemo. Včasih mogoče ne vidimo tega v nekih sodobnih pogledih mladih, ampak vsaka taka stvar nosi tudi del preteklosti. In to je ta čarovnija. Naučiš mladega človeka neko tehniko in potem on da neko podobo svojega časa in to je potem za mene neka vrst nagrade, ker nadgradi neko moje znanje.
Thank you.